the brand new MLB National League All-Star Game jersey for 2025. All right, so this is the National League All-Star jersey for 2025. This is the jersey that was used by National League players that were invited to the All-Star game this past summer. This is the jersey that was used by that particular roster. The American League has a different jersey, however, the design is pretty similar. But today we're going to be looking at the National League jersey as worn by players such as Shohei Ohtani, amid several others who participated in the All-Star game during the summer. Today we're going to be looking at this one in and out. Now, I actually got this one from a vendor, from a local vendor. This one is pretty hard to find these days, particularly if you want Shohei Ohtani's number on the jersey. That one in particular is very, very hard to find. It is sold out everywhere. So if anybody is looking to buy this jersey, the secondhand market is probably your best bet. So today we're going to be looking at this jersey. So here we go. Now for this season, Nike has decided to opt for a retro design. So this is a retro early 2000s design reminiscent of older baseball jerseys from that era. And we can definitely see a little bit more of that in the typeface of the NL logo, as well as the logo for the All-Star game and other motifs that are seen across this jersey, which makes for a very interesting buy and definitely one of the better looking All-Star jerseys in recent years. All right, so on the front of the jersey, we have a few buttons that are going down the front of the jersey. We have 6 buttons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this is pretty standard for MLB jerseys. Now the jersey can be unbuttoned. This side is the one you want to unbutton. The buttons are going to be on the right side of the jersey. And then the ports where you insert the buttons are going to be on the left. This is, for those who are unfamiliar with baseball jerseys, this is pretty common practice with these jerseys. The buttons are actually made of plastic material. The plastic is blending into the front of the jersey with a nice dark blue color. The front of the jersey is a bright blue, but the buttons still manage to match the color of the jersey. And over here we have 2 stripes that are going from the collar all the way down the front of the jersey. This is going to be in red trim, and this is stitched onto the front of the jersey. And you will also notice that the motif, the NL logo right here on the left side, also has the red stripes. So it's a continuation of the design as well. So on the left side, on the left chest, we have the NL logo. The NL logo is heat transferred on the front of the jersey. This is the logo that the National League is going to use for their jerseys in the All-Star game this year. And then over here on the right side, we have the number 17. The number 17 is heat transferred onto the front of the jersey. Note that this is the Nike Limited jersey, so the motifs are going to be heat transferred onto the front. The exception, however, is going to be the Nike swoosh on the right side of the jersey, on the top right side of the jersey. This is stitched onto the front of the jersey, well above the player's number, and this is stitched in a nice yellow trim, which matches the number, and I think it works very well with this jersey. Now on the lower side of the jersey, we have the All-Star Game logo. This is the ATL 2025, which is heat transferred onto the lower left side of the jersey, as well as the Nike engineered official tag used for MLB jerseys. This one is a little bit different material than we are used to seeing for Nike's jerseys. This one is more like a plastic type material. We're so used to seeing them put these in with cloth type material, but for this one it's plastic, and this is also heat transferred onto the lower left side of the jersey. All right, and so on the sleeves of the jersey we have some patches here. On the right sleeve, we have the All-Star Game official logo patch. The All-Star Game was played in Atlanta 2025. And this one is made of a felt type material. This one is made of felt. And then over here, we have the LA Dodgers logo. This LA Dodgers logo is also made of felt. Now, both of these are heat transferred onto the sleeves of the jersey. Note that every National League jersey is going to be different depending on which player you choose. For this one, I picked Shohei Ohtani, so he plays for the LA Dodgers. So this jersey is going to have an LA logo heat transferred onto the left sleeve of the jersey. All right, so the rear of the jersey is going to have the same solid light blue that is used on the front of the jersey. And then we have the number 17. This is the number 17. This is the number font that is being used for the players' numbers for the All-Star Game. This one is heat transferred on the jersey. This has got the red trim as well as the black. We have the inside in beige, and then there are some accent lines inside the beige, which are tan in color. And then so right above it, we have the player name for Shohei Ohtani. This is heat transferred above the number in yellow trim. This is the color of the lettering that they are using for their player names on the rear of the jersey for the All-Star Game. And then right above it, we have the MLB logo. This MLB logo is also heat transferred. These numbers are in a nice felt type material. This is a felt material. This is the same felt material that is being used on the patches as well as the other motifs on this jersey. And the MLB logo is also made of that same material. And underneath the collar, we have the red stripe that goes down the front of the jersey where the buttons are. All right, and so over here on the sleeves, we have the sleeve cuffs. These are a nice flexible material. These have red and navy blue trim. This is true for both sleeves. And over here on the collar, we have this thin collar shape. And it is also made of that same flexible material that these sleeve cuffs are made of. So this is gonna be a little different for this jersey. Different from what we have seen on baseball jerseys in previous years. All right, guys, that was the 2025 MLB National League All-Star Game jersey from Nike. This is a nice, bright design. I like this design. I think this is the best design that Nike has rolled out for the All-Star Game in recent years. I think particularly I like the large NL lettering logo on the front of the jersey. Or I guess it would be AL for American League jerseys, but I really like the typeface on this. This is very good. The aesthetics of this jersey really do evoke the spirit of baseball. It is especially noted in all of the motifs that are being used for the All-Star Game, especially on the patch. Like, this patch screams baseball. And so I think Nike definitely knocked it out of the park with this one, no pun intended. So I really like this jersey. I hope to hold on to it for a very long time. Now, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you can check out more videos like this in the future. Now, really quickly, I just want to address the future of this channel. Now, I don't know how much time I'm going to have to make videos like this anymore, since I graduate college at the end of this year, at the end of this calendar year. But hopefully I will continue to make videos like this in the future, even if it's just for fun, because I really do enjoy making these videos. And, initially I started so that I could be able to keep it going for a generous amount of time. But I don't imagine that this is going to be something that is a huge long-term investment. Again, I plan to do this for fun, because I really like making these videos and I really do enjoy it. So hopefully in the future I will have time to make videos like this, especially because I believe that I might have some more free time in the future to do this. So have a great day, everybody, and I will see you next time.